I'd like to call the Board of Works meeting for November the 10th at 11 a.m. to order, please. Will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Dan, would you start us off?
Certainly, Madam Mayor. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lynn, would you please do the roll call?
Dr. Finley. Mr. Lewis.
Here.
Mr. Sonity.
Here.
Mr. Williams. Mayor Lynch.
Here. We will table the approval of the minutes because our clerk treasurer is ill, and so we don't have the minutes, so we'll read those at the next meeting. I'm going to move up item B under new business, swearing in of our new fire chief, Randy Wokening, to now, because we do have other business to conduct, so we will do the swearing in at this time. Randy, your family, whatever. I just want to say I'm really happy to do this. This is the second chief I've gotten to swear in, and happens to be a really good friend. So I'm really happy for all of you today, and I'm happy for Randy and Robin as well. So, Randy, you put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Randall Wilkening,
I, Randall Wilkening,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, the Constitution and the laws of the State of Indiana, and that I will faithfully and impartially execute the duties of my office as Chief of the City of Portage Fire Department to the best of my ability and according to the law. So help me God. So we'll bring this up there and we'll get it in a little bit. Not good. Okay, you guys, if you want to be back there, it's okay with us. We're fine. This meeting's going to go along pretty quick. Under old business, we have a bulk item appeal of 6331 Broughton. I do not believe we have anyone here for that, so please make a motion. Randy, do we have something on that?
I think
Madam Mayor, I think we took care of that last.
Okay,
And we reversed that charge.
okay,
It was regarding some carpet padding that was at the curb, and we gave lenience to the residents, so.
okay.
Because the minutes weren't done, that's why that must have gotten left
Oh,
on
that's
there.
okay.
So,
Okay.
sorry,
Okay.
Randy.
No, that's no problem, okay.
So we have the OCV LLC renewal. Dan, did you want to speak to that, or
I
Chief?
can lead into it, and then maybe Chief Candiano can
Okay,
finish it up. So, as you know, we've kind of tabled this a couple times, trying to get a little more information on it, and I think the chief can speak to that a little more, but I'd ask to see the original agreement and contract and any proposed changes. I know the chief has requested that and has not been able to get that from them yet. I also made a request to the company to take a look at what the original agreement looked like. I've not gotten that back from them. So then my conversations went back with the chief about, is this a service that they're even using? And I think, Mike, you can sort of take it from there.
okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
so we're not using it. It was instituted the year past, and we looked for some paperwork. We can't find anything on it. We got an email from the company wanting us to get together for some extra training, and I reached out and said, you know, I'm not really aware of everything that this app does and what we're paying for it, yada, 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 and have not received a response. Spoke to Attorney Witten, also sent him the information. He was going to try to follow up. Sounds like he hasn't. So as of right now, like I said, we haven't used it at all this year. We're using other means of social media and stuff to get information out, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that, the city's site. So as of right now, we're not using it. So I don't know that it's money we want to spend for something that we're not using at this point. But again, I'm not sure what the agreement was last year when we entered into it. So don't know if that's helpful or not. But
Well, I think what we're looking for is a motion to not renew this contract.
I'll make a motion, we not renew the contract. Not using it.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to not renew the OCV contract. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Mike, do you want to send, I don't know if you've had contact with these folks, do you want to send them notice, or do you want me to?
I can send it, and then if there's an issue, then I'll refer it back to you.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right,
Anything else?
awesome.
Okay, we
Thank you.
have the sign for Life Point Baptist Church. Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. First time doing something like this, but on behalf of our church, I'd like to request if we could put up a city sign. We are on Monier Street. We're a
Right.
12-year-old church, and we don't have much visibility being down Monier. I've seen city signs. I think one of them is for the New Hope Baptist Church off of Ripley, and then I believe County Line Orchard has a sign, something similar of what we would like to put out, possibly on Willow Creek and Stone Avenue. And I'm looking for permission to do that, and what may be the appropriate steps needed that we can take that. I believe the dimensions would be something around 1.5 feet wide by maybe 2 feet long. And we're happy to submit any plans to wherever is necessary to do so.
Dan, do they have to go to the BZA?
They might, Madam Mayor. So what I would suggest maybe is, because I have not seen anything on it, but maybe you could put down in some detail what your plans are.
Sure.
If you want to send it to me, that's fine. If you want to, and then I can sort of direct you on, where you need to go next.
Okay.
Because I just don't know without looking at it if it's going to require some variances or whatever the case may be.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Don't they have to go before the ordinance to see where signs can be put up like that?
Well, I think BZA will direct them on, if I recall, we did that with some other signs. They had to, there are dimensions and things that are allowable and not, so I think that probably contact Kurt Knutson.
Oh, yes, yes, ma'am, okay.
Yeah. Just to make sure. Sorry
Okay,
to put you through that.
all right, that's fine. And then after Mr. Knutson, where shall I go?
Do it at the same time, maybe.
I would suspect that once you start there,
Yes, sir.
he'll direct you to the next step.
Okay.
You know, and then, again, I'm happy to chime in if you need it.
Could you tell me your name again,
Dan Witten?
Mr. Witten? Okay.
Dan is the city attorney.
Okay. All
Dan, do you
right.
have a card with you?
I do.
You can grab the card from him and then,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
So we have the approval of the Pitney Bowes contract renewal. Lynn, did you have some numbers on that?
Yes, Mayor. The new contract will go into effect January 1st from everything that I'm seeing. The new amount will be $27.94 a month. That's $27.94 versus the $54.74 that they're paying now. And most of what I saw was a change of equipment that created the different charge.
Okay.
And there was another company that they were looking at, the one that the clerk treasurer's office uses, but they decided to stay with Pitney Bowes.
Okay. Well, I like it when we can save money.
Yep.
It works.
Do we have a motion to renew the Pitney Bowes? Dan, you've looked at that? We're good?
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion to approve the Pitney Bowes contract renewal.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have bulk item appeal request. Randy, do we have any?
No, we have none.
Okay, thank you. We have claims. Has everyone had a chance to review the claims?
Yes.
There is something, Norma, would you like to bring that up? Because that will need to go on to the claims. So we are looking at discontinuing the Blackboard system that we have been paying $22,000 a year for, and moving to a new program called HyperReach, which Norma has researched, which would be $8,000. So we're saving a significant amount of money. She has some information on that. Our contract with the Blackboard ends at the end of this month. That's why we just found that out, and we're trying to move along rather hastily to get connected to somebody else. We have about 17,000 names in the Blackboard, but there's some glitches with it. We're only reaching about 13,000 according to Marcia, so Norma has a few things to say about HyperReach. She's been researching that.
Yes, I actually went through an online demo of this software, as well as something under Civic Plus too. And they're pretty much the same, except for I found with HyperReach.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, how's that?
No.
Okay. I've looked at, I've had a demonstration on HyperReach as well as a Civic Plus software, and I find that they're pretty much the same, except for there's a big price difference. I gave you the proposal they had given me back in July. I just talked to the representative today, and this pricing is still current. This is what we would pay a year. It includes, I think the other portion I gave you is kind of like a summary of what they offer. We don't have a contract yet. She is working on that, pending approval that we do that, because they can get this up and running by the time our other contract is out. It's an emergency notification system. So it'll take the place of Blackboard. We can send out different emergency notifications like we do now with the messaging, like say if we have a roadblock or a water main break or anything like that. We can reach people on all of these. On the third page, it says you can use landlines, cell phones, email, Facebook, Twitter, mobile apps they have, and even Alexa. You can sign up for that. Sign up is very easy. They will help all of that. They can get everything running in 2 weeks. I was very comfortable. It's very user-friendly. They'll sign up directly off of our website or by the phone, and they will handle all of that for us. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple, user-friendly system.
Norma, how much is this a year?
This is $8,000,
And what are we paying now?
22.
So Jamie, the last page is the contract.
Yes, the last page of the proposal sheet.
Norma,
Yes.
will the people that are already on it, will they roll automatically to the new system, or does everybody have to sign up again?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. They said they can do it. She did send me a couple other things. I will need, I will have to talk with the police department, I hope. They can help me with, like, they need the 911, some information from that. But they can help us just, you know,
People that are already
yeah,
on
switch it over. But then a lot of that system, like our current stuff, we don't have a lot of current phone numbers. But the people can sign up either on paper, you know, or they can do it through phone. They can call in and join in, or they can do it through our website. There'll be a little one-touch button that they can just fill it in, and they get to pick how they want to hear, you know, what they want to hear on what media, and, you know,
Okay,
all of that.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I'll make a
Norma?
go
Go ahead. I was just gonna ask you, how do our citizens get notified? Because we have a lot of new residents that have never been signed up.
Right. Well, we can always put out a press release, or we can put something on our media that we use now, like our website, our Facebook page.
Is it a way to integrate with the schools? Because they have a pretty
They have something
extensive
different.
database.
Yeah, and we tried to work that out with them, and it wouldn't work, so
Yeah,
that was our
it's a totally
problem.
different-
We met with the school, and we tried to connect with them, but they have a different,
It's a totally different
Is it
system,
Peach
yeah, because they
Tree?
do, like,
Yeah.
they put notes and stuff. And this system too, we can attach pictures, say like if there's a missing person or anything like that, we can attach any kind of picture, maps, stuff like that. So it's a little bit improved than of what we use now, and it's all included.
Well, it sounds pretty good, and especially we're going to save, what, 12,000 a year
At least.
on this?
Well, yeah, more, yeah,
More?
well,
and
yeah,
I
12.
think,
Yeah, it's
Steve,
probably-
Marcia has been, you know, when people say they don't get it, people change, they shut off their landline and go to cell phone, but then they forget to tell us. So,
Right.
you know, a lot of people aren't getting our messages because they aren't letting us know. So I think the
That's what I'm
press
saying,
release.
how we gotta get them informed.
Yeah, because not everybody does Facebook either, so,
No.
you know, our government page doesn't really help sometimes for certain things like this, because we have to notify every family to let them know. So maybe even the utility bills, but not everybody gets a utility bill. They, you know, have the auto pay, so we have to probably count on the press release to help us, and Facebook, and maybe an all-call.
Yeah, and I like that this offers the landline option. A lot of them, it's just either text or email. So this one still includes, you know, that extra thing, 'cause I know,
I'll make a motion that we move forward with securing the rest of the bid, whatever we need.
I second.
I'd like that motion subject to my approval of the agreement. I haven't seen it yet,
Okay.
so.
yeah, she's
Subject
working
to
on that. I
Dan's
should have
approval.
it today.
And I think one of the things that Dan is not going to let happen is the auto renewal. He does not want us doing auto renewal.
did mention that to
So we
them.
have to clarify that with them. So we'll need a motion to approve with Dan, after Dan reviews the contract.
Make that motion.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Norma. We have major, oh, well, we gotta go back to the claims now, because we will have to add the 8,000 on there, because this other contract is expiring, and we don't want to have to pay that. So I will need a motion to approve the claims, which would add the hyper reach of $8,000 onto it.
I'll make a motion that we add it to this docket. the 8,000.
I second it.
And just for the sake of the public, the claims this period are $1,307,810.10. So all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Major illness claims. Dan, do we have any major illness?
We have one, Madam Mayor. There may be others, but I don't have them. So the one that I do have, I've signed off on and would recommend approval.
Okay, we need approval for one major illness claim.
I make a motion to approve the one major illness claim.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve one major illness claim. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Is there any other business deemed to come before this board? Yes, Norma?
The mistletoe on Main.
Okay, if you want to step back up to the mic.
Hello, it's me again. This time, the Portage event partnership, we did the Light Up the Gourds event for Halloween. We are looking at doing a Christmas themed, a holiday themed thing, December 5th at Founders Park. It'll be the tree lighting and Santa arrival and stuff. We have a tentative schedule from 3 to 8, and we will have some entertainment on the stage. There would be a live nativity, high school choir, a live reading of Polar Express, and then we are asking nonprofits to have booths to sell items to help them recoup some of the loss that they have during COVID. So it's going to be, you know, slightly small scale, but we also are moving the Christmas tree out of the police department, and we're going to put it in that big empty grassy lot in between the police and the fire station. We've already kind of worked through all those logistics, and we have power and everything set up for that. So I just wanted to get your approval to hold the event and see if you had any questions.
Do you have any questions?
Make a motion, we move forward with it.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the mistletoe on Main, December 5th, from 3 to 8 p.m. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Norma. Is there any other business to come before this board? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Please, oh, yes. Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye. I'm so used to the virtual meetings where we have to do the roll call, and for a minute I thought, oh dear, we forgot to do the roll calls, but we're all good, we're live. Thank you, and tonight at City Council, it will be a virtual meeting for those of you who are watching. Please tune in to our government page and you can watch it online. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day. Be safe, wear your mask.